Okay, we are live. Welcome back to the Cuba Data Science Channel. This is the first of two Midnight Madness streams of the week. Tonight we're going to do part two of what are we doing? Of the Northwind database schema. Take a quick look where we're at here. Northwind the database, of course, is the one that shipped for many years. Or maybe still with access. It does contain a fair number of tables. So what we did, we used the create script command to do two things. First, to create to just create the schema without the data, and also without any indexers, primary keys, or anything like that. Then we did a second export to export the data and the schema, again with no indexes, no primary keys, or anything like that, okay? Just who we are. I'm pretty sure last week we left off with importing the data. And I'll briefly show you again how to get to that script. I got the melody from the Lord of the Rings movies, the Over Misty Mountain Cold. I got that melody stuck in my head. So anyway.
Not quite sure what that means. Well, that wasn't good, was it? Hopefully this isn't a problem. I would hate to start back over and rebuild my production system. While we're waiting, I'll take the opportunity to remind you that I am using an HP laptop, an i5 laptop. It was upgraded to 32 megabytes of RAM and 2 terabytes of storage. And I decided, in order to keep my base operating system clean, to install my working operating systems, Linux and Windows 11, onto an Oracle virtual machine, okay? Linux runs, as you'd expect, Linux runs fantastic on a virtual machine. Windows 11 runs pretty good, but it does use more memory, I think, actually. While we're waiting here, let's just do a quick review of my current promotion, YouTube promotions. I started last Friday. I started a second promotion run. This was this was for $50, and I did the same. I did the same countries, all the countries I listed I could, and now you can see over here now. I got about $44 out of 50. I got what, $6 left of my money. I've had 59,900 impressions. Of that, that's 2,490 views, and eight subscriptions. But what's more interesting is dashboard is the number of likes I have. Okay. Let's see if we can find this out here. I have 40 likes, which is more likes than I got on my previous promotions, okay? And some people, what's it? Oh, here you go, 40 likes, 3 likes, look at that. But why is this only 84% approval? That's what I don't understand. I haven't got any dislikes, so that's kind of odd. Anyway, so let's check and see if we're back. So is it worth it? Is promotions worth it? I don't know who would really benefit from it. For my case, unless those 40 likes or those views are have an effect on the algorithm, it's pushing my video further up the list. Probably not. If you're a big station, you are growing without any trouble. Probably not. Okay. So I'm not sure who it's really for. I mean, you started a new station, you post one video, and then you do a 50, and then you don't get any. Then you do a $50, you get 200 or 300 subscriptions out of it. Okay. So come back over here now. Now, of course, if this thing continues to have problems with memory, I don't know what we're going to do about that. So hopefully we won't get a memory error this time. So as I was saying, the Northwind database was the standard database, example database that shipped with the Microsoft Access, at least back as far as Windows, as Office 98, which I have a CD for, by the way. So again, once we get in here, I'll go back and I'll quickly show you again how to get to that script. Then we'll look for the script I have from last week, created by ChatGPT. For some reason, my colors on my screen are a little on my interesting. The colors on my the connection was successfully established. Oh, that's good. Now we want to come over here now. Windows Authentication. Connect. There we go. Okay. You notice the difference between the color between the base operator. I'm not sure where this came from here. It's just kind of odd. It may have come after I had updated my system. So where's our database over here? NW is our working database. So if we want to create export a schema and data from here, I'd come over here to Task, Generate Scripts. We want to enter in tables. Of course, that's all we have. Select specific tables over here. You go over here, you create your script. Come up here to Advanced. You come down, you start looking for things coming down in through here for the trues. Schema only, or schema and data, or data only. Then you come down here, you start looking down here. Get rid of constraints, get rid of foreign keys, get rid of indexes, unique, get rid of unique keys. If you want a basic bare script with nothing added, you want to change most of these to false, okay? Cancel that. Let's see if we can find the script we wrote last week. I think I may have put them underneath SQL Server. Let's see here. So this here was the schema and the data. This is the only schema here. Let's take a look at this one here. Okay, so this was our schema. This was created, what I did, why is that so pinkish for us? You know what it is? It's a salmon color. It's a light salmon color. That's what it is. So here's the schema without the data. And I took this and I cut and pasted it into ChatGPT. I think I was probably using the free version. All right, because you got no keys here. All right, cut and pasted this in, and then I said, write me a script, the SQL script to create the foreign and the primary keys. Okay, and that's where you are right here. Let's just make sure we don't have anything here that might cause us any problems. Because there's our tables. I think what you should see, I think our the data should already be here. That's not mistaken. Yeah, okay, good. What I want you to notice is, in some cases, it actually created compound keys, all right? So we start with a customer demo. Now it's creating a compound key, which is going to be customer ID and customer type ID. So let's see what happens here. Oh, okay. So where did we leave off then? We may have completed this. I just forgot about it. Well, oh, so I've already did all this. We did all this last week. I didn't think we did this last week. Now here's the thing. This would be a more complicated table to work with than the CDR database I've been helping a young lady with. Okay? Well, this is a pleasant surprise. So what we're going to do then? Any views? No. So, let's come back over here in that case. Let's try to create a new database file, a new database diagram. Now, the reason you want to set your primary and foreign keys, because that's what determines your schema. That one determines what type of schema you're going to use, a snowflake or whatever else, a star diagram, star schema. That's what determines your schema, what your schema is actually going to look like. You can imagine this is actually a fairly complicated schema in my opinion. Okay. So where's our there's our dim customers. Actually, it's not that important. We don't really need to see. Okay, so these are all related to customer, or they should be, right? Territories, employees, so forth, okay? So let's see if we can pull these into SSIS. Because the database diagramming tool in SSIS is actually much better, okay, than SSMS. Of course, what we could do is we could try to get ChatGPT to create this database diagram for us, huh? What's it called, the ERP or something like that? Let's give that a shot. This for shits and giggles. Let's give that a thought. We got our code down here. All right, SQL Server. And we'll start by just giving it the schema, okay? And I'm going to start with the standard 3.5 version, I think. .5. Because that's what the young lady in Tunisia I'm trying to help with. is kind of strange. All that stuff's not supposed to be there. That wasn't supposed to be there. Let's look at this up here. Let's look at create keys. What the heck? That's a good adventure. Let's see if we can create a database diagram based on this information here. Let's say draw. I bet it can't do it because it's not 4. Let's see what happens. Now this is an interesting thing. I didn't realize you could actually do this. Now this is actually kind of interesting. Based on the database, it suggests a Tarzan. Interesting. Hmm. Well, it's not the prettiest diagram, but it does work. Interesting. Fact orders. I would have thought, I don't see the, okay. Let's come back up here now. GPT-4. Now let's see if this can actually create an image. By the way, it does appear they fixed the bug with ChatGPT 4 because I was getting a bunch of error messages. This doesn't contain the whole data. Remember what I've got to see. Would you like me to create the share? Yeah, because it was erroring out later on and on all the force on the ChatGPT 4 and the data analyst code. It seems like there's some tables missing. Now, of course, we could go and take a look at the CDR as it exists. So it's interesting. You can do sort of a text version of it, okay? And there's that. Now let's try a new one. I'm in an adventurous mood. Well, do we want to try a new one or not? Well, of course, before I let you go here, be sure to click that subscribe button for me and the like button also, okay? You know what that other schema could have been? That could have been from the CDR project. That's an interesting possibility. That could have been from the CTR2. So we got the stuff here, right? Keys. There's one. Okay, so tell you what, this will be our project for Thursday at midnight. The Thursday at midnight Midnight Madness session. We'll come back and we'll use the code I created earlier. Because I got the SQL code to create these keys here, which actually came from ChatGPT, of course, and we'll use that code to create a new schema diagram at that time. Okay, hey, so this is a brief 30-minute session. Thanks so much for your time. As always, of course, again, click the subscribe button, click the like button, and share the channel with your friends. Okay, thanks so much for your time, folks. We'll see you Thursday at midnight.